All right.
So, hi JHart, welcome to the ENERGY Startalk.
Hey, how are you?
How are you today?
I'm doing good. I've been enjoying my time in Berlin. I love it here. We did the festival yesterday, which was just crazy.
The Lollapalooza one?
Yes, it was insane.
Cool. So you just had the biggest, most famous festival on earth, maybe like the Coachella this year.
Yep.
We had, as you just said, and you were there, the Lollapalooza in Berlin.
Yeah.
Are you a festival guy in private?
I would say that I'm a festival guy. I like the idea of going to festivals. Sometimes Coachella is always like, I'm excited to go to Coachella every year. And then when I get there, it's crazy. It's too much. It's too much by the end of it. But I love the music aspect of it.
So maybe in your teenage years, were you someone sleeping in a tent on a festival, like jumping in the mud in the front rows before stage?
Yeah, I slept in my car the first year I went to Coachella, which waking up in your car when it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside is not fun at all.
It actually sounds not.
Sweating. Yeah.
So absolutely a festival guy, we could say.
Yeah.
Cool. So now you're here with your new single, which is on Energy as well, Put It Into Bed. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a little bit sexual kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little innuendo, yeah.
So tell us about the song. What is it about? Is it like, did you have something special that gives you the inspiration for writing it?
Yeah. So I was going to therapy and I was recording all my therapy sessions, and I was in a therapy session. I was talking about my ex, and my therapist said, do you think that you guys will ever be able to make this work? Do you think that you can put your issues to bed and be in a successful relationship? And I just remember listening to that part of the recording and thinking, oh, that's a really cool song idea, Put It to Bed. Because you sort of marry the whole physical, sexual aspect of it with the dysfunctional aspect of it. And so that's how the song came about.
So it's quite more hard stuff than it sounds like when you get the track. It's just like, okay, Put It Into Bed could be something very on the top of it, and not going beyond into soul and into feelings, which it is actually about. Yeah,
totally. It's definitely a little deeper, I think, than you get on the first listen. But that's kind of what I love about it too, is that someone could listen to it and make it about their situation that's not at all deep. But my situation was very much like toxic. So
was it hard for you to put all this very personal stuff into songs and share it with the whole world? Like, I can imagine that therapy sessions are very private and totally, there's a private situation, whereas your personal room and everybody else from the outside is locked out of.
Yeah.
And now you put it into a song, like sharing it with all of us. Is that hard for you? Was that hard? Was that a hard decision?
It was, but I say that I've been writing for other artists for 6-7 years. So I think I had a lot of practice of like being open and writing honest stuff. This was just the next step. I mean, it was a lot more honest than stuff that I've written for other artists. But I wasn't like diving in the deep end. You know, I was kind of like, I worked my way down, and then I got in afterwards. So yeah, it was hard, but it wasn't the hardest thing because I'd kind of prepared for it.
Was it a healing aspect as well?
Totally. Yeah, totally. Oh, I think part of putting out my own music was knowing that I was doing something that would be beneficial for me as a person, because I knew that it would help me sort of like grow and get better.
Yeah, well, it's in fact really cool that you just found a way to put all that out. So you just got, lots of it, just putting it out into bed, just like, okay, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people who are dealing with that issues doesn't have this way to get rid of it, you know?
Totally. Yeah, it's the best therapy. And which is why I like the whole therapy concept. And my ex gets to know that he has a song written about him, and it'll haunt him forever, so that's good too.
Best revenge ever. So you just, as you just said, you wrote for a lot of the biggest superstars we know, like Justin Bieber, Jason Derulo, Sarah Larson and stuff. Did you all meet them in person?
Yeah, I met all of them pretty much. I think I've met most of the people I've written for in person. Yeah, I love them. They're all, I haven't had a bad experience yet, fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
Perfect. So do you have a favorite one out of that bunch of superstars you worked with?
I mean, I love Zara. Her and I we have a giggle together when we're together. She is so much fun. She's just like my kind of girl. She's just in your face. She says what she wants. She's not scared of anyone. She's great. I love her.
Cool. Sorry. Do you have one superstar you would love to write a song for? You haven't done yet?
I mean, Beyonce. I would love to write for Beyonce and Rihanna. Those are like my queens.
Since you know both sides now, like being in the background writing the songs and not being in the focus, and now being on stage on your own, doing your own songs, which one is better for you? Which one do you prefer?
I love both. Because I'm a Gemini, so I'm like I have two very contrasting parts of my personality, and I like to wear different hats. And doing my own music to me is so much fun because it's very personal, but then writing for all these other people is cool because it allows me to just have a different personality or have a different perspective. So, and I feel like the balance is really healthy. I like to do both equally.
Cool. We just talked about the festivals and you were on stage. And do you have a special ritual you do every single time before stage time?
Yeah, I get really nervous. Yesterday I was more nervous because it was my first time performing my song. But I listen to my headphones all the way from backstage to the stage, and I usually listen to like pump up songs. Like it's really funny. I listen to RuPaul, which is really embarrassing. And I listen to, it's so gay, sorry. And I listen to Power by Little Mix, which I wrote, which is also embarrassing. And I listen to, what's the other song I listen to? They're all really like lame pump up songs, but fun pump up songs. I listen to that towards the stage, not what you would think I'd be listening to walking to the stage at all. But it gets me ready.
In the mood.
And then by the time I get there, I'm like, let's go, I'm ready.
This is very cool stuff to talk about. Is there something special on your tour rider that mustn't be missed when you are on tour or doing stage stuff?
No, I'm not. Like, I don't have that many fun things on my rider. I think I have a kettle, which is lame. And I have like honey and tea and just like basic stuff. I think as I get more experienced, I'll probably start to get a couple random things in there, like blue M&Ms or something weird like that with my name on them.
Are you an after show party kind of person?
1,000%. I love it. As soon as I get off stage, I'm like, give me a shot. Let's go.
And is there anyone out of the music business you would love to be the last one on the after show party?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who I'd love to like party with at the after show? I mean, definitely Rihanna. I feel like she would get wild. I feel she knows how to have a good time.
What is your thing to calm down after stage time, like relaxing stuff, maybe on a plane or when you're traveling?
I like to read. I've been reading a couple different books, and I like to just listen to playlists. I listen to every New Music Friday, usually when I'm on the plane. I download it before I get on the flight and listen to the whole thing when I'm on the flight. So that's pretty standard for me.
So you're not so much the binge-watching TV series kind of guy?
No, I mean, on long-haul flights, I'll watch like one movie. I like watching one movie, and then the rest of the time I read and I listen to my playlists. That's pretty standard for me.